Video number 42 for violin and viola players. And in this video, we are going to continue with our bowing and putting fingers down. We'll start off with some echoing, and then we will also play the D major scale. And we're only going to do the scale. We're not going to try to add the arpeggio just yet. That'll be a couple videos from now. All right, so hopefully you have your instrument tuned. Check and make sure you don't need to do any rosining. Again, maybe every 5 or 6 days, depending on how much you practice. I would go 10 times. All right, make sure your bow is tightened up. And let's just start with echoing. We are still echoing at the speed of 60. Okay, start just with 4 open Ds. I'd like you to do it without your left hand, ideally. Okay, good bow hold. Pinky curved on the tip, thumb bent. Make sure you have a nice little hole there. Fingers are curved. Middle joint, middle joint, middle joint, tip. Echo me. 4 open Ds. And go. D, D, full bows, and go to the A string. Use your whole bow. Go. Pull, push, pull, push. Now 2 Ds, 2 As. And go. D, D, pull bow, pull, push. 2 As, 2 Ds. Go. A, D, D. 3 Ds, 1 A. D, D, A. Stop, check your bow hold. Fix it. 3 A's, 1 D. Make sure you're in between the bridge and the fingerboard. Full bows, straight bows. If you get scratchy, lighten up. Or use more bow. If you're airy, add weight. 3 A's, 1 D. A, D. Now we're going to do this one. D, A, D, A. We haven't done that before. It's a little tricky. D, A, D, A. And go. D, A, D, A. You might want to pause and try that again on your own. Okay, now we're going to do the reverse, of course. A, D, A, D. Echo me. Go. A, D, A, D. Now, it takes generally about a week of bowing before you can even get a pretty good sound, okay? A week of practicing bowing every day of just open strings before you can even be decent sounding on it, generally, and getting a big full sound, all right? Now, it is easier to not hit 2 strings if you only use that much bow. However, you'll be wimpy players if you only use that much bow. So even though right now it's harder, use your full bow with every single one of your notes. With all quarter notes, we're going to use our full bow for now, okay? And that's for a long time. For now, quarter notes, 1 whole beat, 1 whole bow. Now let's do some notes with fingers down. Put your G finger down. Do 2 G's and 2 F sharps. Echo me. And go. G, G, F sharp, F sharp. Now 2 F sharps, 2 E's. And go. F sharp, F sharp, E, E. Do open D, E, F sharp, F sharp. D, E, F sharp, F sharp. Now D, E, F sharp, G. All the notes of the D string. And go. D, E, F sharp, G. Now go to the high D. Do 2 high Ds and 2 C sharps. And go. D, D, C sharp, C sharp. Now do this. D, C sharp, D, C sharp. Yes, so good agility here. Full bow still. And go. D, C sharp, D, C sharp. Do a bow hold check. Make sure it's still good. Okay. B, C sharp, B, C sharp. 1, 2, 1, 2. Try that. And go. B, C sharp, B, C sharp. Now B, C sharp, high D, high D. And go. B, C sharp, high D, high D. All right. Now we're going to do the D major scale. Now, you should have been doing your D major scale every single day, okay? You've been plucking it with plucking 2 Ds, 2 E's, 2 F sharps all the way up to the high note, repeat it, and come back down. If you have forgotten to play those or forgotten how to play those, you can go back and review the video that shows you how to do the D major scale. If you want some music to look at, you can look at 64 in your book. It just doesn't repeat the last D, which we are going to do. We are not going to do the arpeggio just yet. But I do want you to do the D major scale, playing 2 of each note. D, D, E, E, F sharp, G, all the way up to high D, and then come back down. But just the scale. Okay, let's try that. Hopefully you have this memorized. You should at this point. Good bow holds. Okay, 2 of each. Play with me. 1, 2, ready, and go. D, D, now E, F sharp, G, use your full bow, A, B, C sharp, high D, repeat the high D, come down, C sharp, B, now open A, bring that elbow around, G, F sharp, E, open D. Okay? Now, what you should probably do, if that was a little fast for you, don't watch the video, go back, use your own metronome, and start the metronome maybe at 54, 55, something like that. Work it up to 60. 60 is where I want you to play it for the next several days. Eventually, we will add the arpeggio as well. So for now, before your next video, practice just making up your own pattern of notes, G's and E's and F sharps, high D's, open D, all that kind of stuff. Practice your D major scale with a metronome, and then you'll be ready for your next video.